I want Pickles to be healthy. Um, that hasn't happened fully since 2019. But another person who's not going to be healthy is Trevor Story of the Boston Red Sox. He underwent basically an accelerated version of Tommy John surgery. It's called an internal brace procedure. It's meant to repair the UCL. It normally keeps players out 4 to 5 months, but the Red Sox say he's questionable for the season. Um, this is bad.
Very.
Like, does this steps? All right, I'm gonna ask you this: does this happening eliminate the Boston Red Sox?
From playoff contention.
Yes.
So on paper, this team doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look crazy by any stretch of the imagination. Like you just signed Masataka Yoshida, you extended Rafael Devers, you have Kike Hernandez, signed Justin Turner, you have a youngish star in Alex Verdugo. Is he a young star still? Like where do we stand on
I
Verdugo?
think it's kind of got to be the point where he's got to be a dude.
He's got to be that guy. Okay, I mean
He's
I
almost
agree with that.
27.
I agree with that. He it's been too long. He needs to be that guy, and I don't think he is personally. Um, and then Tristan Casas, Christian Arroyo, Reese McGuire, and Jaron Duran. Uh, that team, the bot under Alex Verdugo, not really eye popping. Off their bench they have Connor Wong, Bobby Dahlback, Emmanuel Valdez, and Rob Refsnyder. So again, nothing from the batting side, nothing is really wowing me from this team. And obviously, if you stick Trevor Story in that roster, I think they are a much better team. I mean, obviously they're a much better team. So I would say from strictly from a batting side, I'm not talking about their pitching right now. Yes, they are. I would eliminate them from playoff contention. Now, if you include their pitching side, Chris Sale, supposed to be their ace, probably will not come back. He's probably not healthy.
Mhm.
Corey Kluber, older guy, probably. I mean, he had a really good season last year, but he probably will not be anything crazy. And then Nick Pivetta, James Paxton, and Garrett Whitlock. Again, nothing really crazy, right? And then you go into the pen, just signed Kenley Jansen. That was a great move. But outside of him, nothing really crazy.
Chris
So
Martin.
Chris, yeah, again, Chris Martin, Matt Barnes is okay. Yeah. But again, so again, nothing that's gonna come off the page and be like, yeah, this team will be fine without Trevor Story. Is there any out of all the names I just listed? I listed the entire on Fangraphs, the entire roster for the Boston Red Sox. Is is any of that eye popping to you? Like without Trevor Story?
I think there's an issue there as well. Is that with Story out, Kike Hernandez now has to play shortstop. He was playing Gold Glove center field last year. You remember the inside the Parker when the Blue Jays were blowing out the Red Sox? What
Yeah.
was his name? Raimel Tapia hit like a floating fly ball. Jaron Duran just lost it somewhere at Fenway. It
Yep.
got over his head. He just stood there.
Yeah,
Like, that's
because
your center fielder now.
like I this team I didn't like this team's chances in general coming into this season, and they lost their number one. They're not number one. They lost a top five player on their roster. Like it's devastating to the Red Sox, and it just makes because I probably already had them going fifth in the division, and this just makes it worse.
Yeah, I think like there was an argument that they could have popped out. There was a recipe for success.
Yes.
Like Yoshida could come up and be really good. Kike Hernandez is reliable. He is not going to
Yep.
steal the show, but again, you can't win a World Series without Kike Hernandez on your team. Rafi Devers just signed a big contract and he deserves it. He's very, very good. Justin Turner, I don't know how healthy he's going to be, but he is a reliable bat.
Yeah.
Verdugo, it's time. It's time to show up, man. And then once you get past that, you're playing depth pieces. Like obviously
Yes.
Casas and Duran are prospects, but you're playing depth pieces. And
100%. I 100% agree.
yeah, I think they're in a rough spot as it is. I think that the Red Sox need to improve somehow, but the time to do that is very, very minimal. And you talk about the pitching, I don't want to get into their pitching much right now, but it's it's old and it's rough.
Yes. I when we get into our lineups, I'll go more in depth about how disappointing I think this Red Sox roster will be. But
Yeah, Boston, ugh, it's not looking good for you.